Well, designers, stylists, and makeup artists all like to use mood boards. Mood boards help illustrate the coming season's collection styles and makeup inspirations. And here today is style expert and fashion model Yoanna helping us gain more insight into mood boards and the makeup artists who inspire the direction behind them.
Yes.
We were chatting about this during the break. This is like fascinating.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about the artistic inspiration about a mood board and how they work.
Well, first let me describe what a mood board is.
Okay.
A mood board is basically a way to visually articulate exactly what you're trying to get across, whether it be through an editorial in a magazine, through a campaign. And as you can see here, it's a visual interaction, a concept, overall feel of how the shoot should go. There's always inspirations behind colors and songs and memories. And it's a great way because a lot of designers have to kind of touch base with photographers, the clients, and they all come together a lot of times, especially for magazines as well, and decide, hey, how are we going to convey the concept for 2014, for whatever campaign we're running? And they look at old movies as well, and they kind of start putting this collage together instead of using words.
And are we looking at an example of a mood
Those are
board?
the examples of the mood boards that they had shown you. So as you can see, a lot of these makeup artists are also looking at old films in Hollywood, and they're taking archived pictures. I don't know if a lot of people know at home, but a lot of Condé Nast publications, they have archived pictures, a lot of the design houses. So new designers go back to, like, say, the 1900s, and they can pull out sort of ideas of what inspirations were then, and then they kind of put it together and make it more modern as well.
So what is that what contributes then to the board? And are there different, do you have different people from different mediums who all contribute to this?
Yes, so team assembly, this is really cool because it's artistic inspiration. What's great is that it's so important that if you could work under your idol, as they say at Fashion Week, when you're a makeup artist and you're working at Fashion Week, it's not about what brand you're representing. It has nothing to do about the counter that you're selling at. It has nothing to do about the product. You're not pitching products. You are selling your artistic, inspirations, and you're working with your idol. And so that's the most important thing. And that's what we're going to get to, some of the biggest.
Yeah, let's talk about that. Some of the folks who contribute to some of these big mood boards that we end up seeing their fabulous work in the stores.
So one of the biggest makeup artists is Pat McGrath. She is probably enlisted for about 12 shows a year, per season, by some of the top designers. She started out in London, and her mother was a great inspiration for her. And she touches the faces of everyone from Sarah Jessica Parker to Madonna, and also she is in charge of, kind of revamping CoverGirl, Dolce & Gabbana, Giorgio Armani, so that these products are definitely hitting, the market in a very artistic approach.
What we're looking at there started on a mood board.
That's her. That's her work on CoverGirl.
Right, but like all her makeup and that, the colors, that started on a mood board and then evolved into
from watching old Hollywood movies, and that's how she created CoverGirl. Next is Gucci Westman, who's huge in fashion. They call her, Vogue calls her the kind of fashion favorite face maker. She kind of started, she was an LA girl. She changed her name short to Gucci. Her parents were kind of against her, using makeup, but then she fell in love with it and started doing shots with Ann Leibovitz. Here's a picture of Taylor Swift, one of her clients, because she is just all about keeping natural, kind of girls looking natural, but still enhancing their features and making them look really approachable.
And you've brought some Francois NARS makeup as well. Why is this line so popular?
Well, I love Francois NARS because he always believes that women should look better and feel better, not look different. So, a lot of this is about his inspiration, his collaboration. He started because he really brought supermodels back in a big way, in the sense that he changed them, made them more, their makeup and everything like that. And he moved to New York from Paris. And this is his collection.
And it was funny because we were talking and I was like, oh, these colors are so vibrant. And you're like, well, that came from a Miami, South Beach inspired mood board.
Yes. So what he likes to do is he created a mood board. He also works with Marc Jacobs, a lot of the designers. And this is great because it's Miami and the colors are tropical. And he always says, be bold, step outside of your box, be kind of creative when it comes to makeup, but stick to your favorites. And one of his top key tricks, which I started reading his book last night called Make Up Your Mind, and I always make this mistake, is with foundation is key to flawless complexion, but blending the foundation from the neck all the way up, because sometimes, especially we're here with all these lights and we only, concentrate on this part of our face. But if we blend it in here like we do, with this particular brush or whatever formula we're using, it's a great way to look so much better and not kind of mismatch our coloring.
I always love getting a tip from you, and I love that we got to see here's where it starts, here's where it ends, and then it ends on our faces.
Yes.
So the little behind the scenes, I always love when
Yeah.
Yoanna comes and gives us a little fashion behind the scenes.
you.
So thank you so much, Yoanna, for a look at, as I mentioned, what goes on behind the scenes of the world of fashion. If you have any beauty, style, or fashion questions for Yoanna, I'm sure you have a ton, or you want to sponsor a Beauty Buzz segment, email her at living@firstcoastnews.com. Stay with us, everybody. We'll be right back.